Morning mists lie thick during winter in Kaziranga National Park. Kaziranga is a World Heritage Site, home to Asia's Big Five of wildlife, all of them endangered. The Indian one-horned rhinoceros, the eastern swamp deer, over 1,000 Asian elephants, the world's largest density of Bengal tigers, and the wild Asian water buffalo. Kaziranga is a green refuge below the Himalayas. But the wild animals don't always stay in this haven, and the humans won't stay out. This is the story of what happens when they cross each other's borders. The Brahmaputra River forms the park's entire northern border. Its dynamic currents build sand islands where rich grasses grow. On Shapuri Island, people have grazed their herds since before the area became protected in 1905. Oika Kutum is a second-generation herder. He lives directly opposite the Kaziranga wetlands.
Sometimes tigers come over to the island, but that's not a problem. Now and then a cow is killed, and we go search for the carcass. We don't have any objections. Tigers need food. They're hunters. Humans are scared of the tiger, but the tiger is more scared of us. We see their footprints, but not the tigers. Some people have fear, but I don't. I always stay near my cattle. I feel lonely if I don't.
Oika Kutum wants some of the wild animals of Kaziranga to visit his farm. That's why he stays on Shapuri. He lives in an extraordinary part of the world, in northeast India, in the state of Assam, near the international border with China. Kaziranga National Park covers 430 square kilometers of the Brahmaputra floodplain. One day, Shapuri Island may also become part of the park. Until then, Oika Kutum will carry on his unusual traditions. Every morning, an agent collects fresh milk right from the hut door to deliver direct to hotels. In all of Assam, there is nothing as good as the milk Oika's buffaloes produce, because it comes from the offspring of the rare wild Asian water buffalo.
My domestic buffalo always mate with the wild male buffaloes from the park. So all the calves have the wild genes. Even so, they get used to humans.
But their fathers never will. And they are dangerous. The wild Asian water buffalo has the biggest horns of any living bovine and weighs in at over a ton. The adult males are extremely territorial.
We can't keep our young male calves because wild buffaloes will swim over to the island and gore all of them. Wild bulls have already killed 3 male calves this year.
This young male doesn't want to leave, but for his own sake and for the sake of all the livestock on the island, he must. By the end of today, he'll be on his way to the mainland. Livestock herders must be extremely vigilant right now. Some of the domestic cattle on the island have recently given birth, and one of Oika's cows is due to have her calf any day. The last thing he needs is a jealous wild buffalo swimming over from Kaziranga. Kaziranga National Park has over 70% of the world's wild population of Indian one-horned rhinoceros. Saving the rhino from extinction is the reason why the area was made a reserve over a century ago. Since then, they have increased in number, but still, they are not safe. This is Uttam Saikia. He's a journalist and an honorary wildlife warden. He grew up near Kaziranga and has a strong connection to the rhino and the park.
Kaziranga is like an open university. I learn new things every day here, things like the value of life and my responsibility to the wildlife of Kaziranga.
But not everyone values this life. Despite armed protection, the rhinoceros is killed for its horn right inside the park.
If we are to save the Indian one-horned rhinoceros, we have to fight the poachers. Fighting the poachers is very difficult and dangerous work.
Organized crime syndicates control the poaching with superior weapons and big money. A kilo of horn sells for tens of thousands of dollars in China and the Middle East. Forest guards have a license to kill poachers on site. Uttam Saikia deals with them through other means. He has an extensive network of informants throughout the area. They are his eyes and ears, warning him about any threats to the rhino.
I never answer the phone. I always call back. Because if anybody calls me, I don't want him to have to pay for the call. That's why I always call back.
That's why I am call back him. Hello, Raju. Moi asu Kaziranga bhitor tar pisote moi olam.
Mobile phone coverage is exceptionally good throughout Assam.
Huni asu ko. Susen ko. ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে বাকি ঠিক আছে তুমি তাত থাকিবা তুমি খালি এইটো খুস্ত চাই নাই গংগা সিলনি কাইলে কাম আছে কাইলে গা সিলনি আৰু দ্বিতীয় কথা হ'ল শান্তি মানে এতিয়া মন্দিৰ আচলতে মোৰ গুটেই